Hey everybody, Rachel here from Rachthestamper.com, and I thought since I got my new trimmer in, I would just do a quick review of it. First of all, I'm sure you've seen from many other demonstrators, it is much thinner and considerably lighter. I will say that I did swap the blades because the blades come with the cutter at the top and the scorer underneath of it, and since I've used the other one for so long, I just switched them. They are very easy to switch. You just kind of pull it out at the bottom here, and just pop it right out. And this one actually does have a ball, so it's got a much nicer, oops, that's on the wrong side, sorry, a much nicer score piece, so it does score much better. And then you just kind of snap it right into place. You kind of have to rock it back and forth, and the blade, the cutting blade portion, is much longer than the previous one was. However, I do not think you'll be able to fit the old blades into the new trimmer. Honestly, I wouldn't want to anyway because it's a new trimmer, so I really wouldn't want to mess it up. It also doesn't have the part that used to fall out all the time, and it annoyed me to pieces. It no longer has a lock. It just kind of clicks into place, and it is pretty easy to get out. If you use the bottom, you can pop it out really quickly. It does score much nicer, in my opinion. So again, I'm just going to slide this down for you. So I'm going to just cut this at 4 1/4. Also, it does have a measurement here to 6, if you can see that. And there actually is a little arrow pointing to it, so it should be very easy to find. So I'm going to score this again, and you can slide your paper pretty easily back and forth, I think. So 4 1/4. It's very smooth. It doesn't even feel like it's scoring, but it did score. I'll pull that out just so you can see. Definitely did score there. And then I'm going to slide it into 5 1/2. Obviously, I'm using some very old, super smooth cut. I mean, this is a perfect cut. This is way better than a cut I've experienced with the other trimmer in quite some time, which is perfect. But I'm using fresh fig because I'm actually making a birthday card for someone in Christian's class. We're going to the birthday party, so I figured I would pull out some fun stuff because she really likes, along with I guess most of the other girls nowadays, unicorns are back in style. So I pulled out, I'm just cutting this at 4 1/4. I'm sorry, 4 by 5 1/4. You can see it trims super, super, super nicely. I really love it. So this is some of the Myths and Magic DSP. So this has the Toy Story clouds on the other side, which I love. But what I did was I just, let me move this over because I was picking a few things. I just took the Magical Day stamp set, and I stamped the unicorn here just with Memento black ink, and then I punched out with the 2 1/2 inch punch, which is also retired. I just punched out a piece of the DSP with the mini unicorns on it, and then I just got out a couple Stampin' Blends, and I thought we could make this into a really quick wobbler birthday card. But so far, I will say also one other thing: when you order the trimmer blades, the replacement blades, they do come in a 4-pack. There is no storage underneath, but I don't find a problem with that thus far. So one other thing you will notice, it really scores deeply, and the cards I think are folding now with much less effort from the bone folder into a much truer square shape, which is also wonderful. So I'm going to just put a little bit of liquid adhesive. Come on. Oh, this one's probably empty too. I have more empty adhesive holders. Do that. Put this on, so it's just a 1/4 inch smaller. And then this, what I'm going to do is actually put on the back of a wobbler. My friend Donna sent me these, so I'm going to just peel the back of this off. Peel the front part off. I'm sure you've seen these everywhere by now. And just kind of decide where you want it. I'm going to put mine kind of somewhere near the bottom. Press, and then you're going to take your layer and press, and you're going to see it wobbles really, really good. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my unicorn, and I just kind of got pink, purple, and a little bit of blue. So I have light Seaside Spray, and then I have dark Highland Heather and dark Flirty Flamingo. So I like kind of making these little sparkles on the butt. A little bit blue, put a little bit down here in the hooves. And then I'm going to take the fine tip of the Flirty Flamingo and just do the main kind of every other. I did one last week. I also made a rainbow birthday card for a different birthday party we went to. And I actually did that one with, I should say, a unicorn card. I did that one with the colors of the rainbow. So I went with Roy G. Biv. So that one was really cute as well. So I thought for this one I would just change it up a little bit and do just pink and purple. But I'm going to do one more. And then one other thing you can do for this, if you want a little bit of sparkle, you could certainly use your Wink of Stella pen. Put a little bit in there. But you could also take your shimmer spray. So you just put champagne shimmer mist in here. Just going to use my little packing slip here. And let me just grab, just real quick, a little bit of yellow for the horn. I'll make that yellow. This is dark so saffron. Just like that. So you can just fill it with alcohol and the shimmer paint, and then you spritz, and it'll make the whole thing shiny. It does make it look a little odd at first when it's still actually wet, and I don't know if this is translating, but it is ridiculously sparkly on here. It's really, really cute. So there is that. And then I'm going to take the 2-inch punch, and hopefully I stamped this correctly, that it's going to fit. Almost. And I want a lot of the background paper to show, so I'm just going to cut off just a little bit of this. Probably should have waited till that was a little bit drier, because I did get a little bit of a warped edge on that from it not being dry. But then I want to take this, pop it up on a dimensional in the center, and then I will add a happy birthday greeting to the inside. The other thing you could do if you wanted to is trim out this unicorn if you still have it. You could just, it does have a die that comes with it, so you could cut it out with the die and just pop that on there as well. But really fun card that I think kids will just love. And then I'll just put a happy birthday sentiment on the top. So thanks so much for stopping in. And if you haven't yet seen the trimmer, once again, it is much lighter. It's very thin. It's very lightweight. It's $25. If you're a demonstrator, you're able to pre-order it now. We haven't got the exact date for customer orders as of yet. However, if you become a demonstrator, you can actually add this to your starter kit. So that's a pretty cool thing. And again, I think it does open pretty easily. You can slide pieces out from under. I know some people were saying they were having a little trouble, but just to show you again, when this is closed, you can slide stuff out and easily. It's just a little bit different of a feel to get used to, because the other one had a very wide lip and this one just has a small lip. But grabbing at the top and the bottom, because they are pretty mirrored, actually works out really well. And I'm telling you, I cut this one too. It has beautiful cutting edges. I have not been more impressed by scoring and cutting. And one reason I was a little hesitant about getting another trimmer was because I love the fact that you can cut and score on the same thing at the same time. And again, you can swap your blades. I put my scoring blade at the top because it does come with it underneath. Popping it out simple. Does have a very large arm, so you can cut to 17 inches. I'm not sure what paper we have that is that large, but maybe you could do it with your paper if you're prepping for a class and you have the big grid paper. But slides in really nicely. It doesn't have a foot that needs to come out. It's all very slim, trim, and uniform. So thank you guys for stopping by. If you'd like to get any of these supplies and more, you can go to my online store, rachthestamper.stampinup.net. If you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email at rachthestamper@gmail.com. And I truly appreciate if you give this video a like. You can subscribe by hitting the subscribe button, and if you turn on the bell, it will tell you every time I make a new video. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Rachthestamper. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.